Well, hello there. And welcome to Reading with Drew. My name is Drew, and we're reading books today. We're gonna geek out on this book called DogBreath Victorious by Chad Henry. And today we are on chapter 15. So let's just dig right in with our book here. Let's do it. Yay.
As I crossed the crosswalk to the bus stop, still thinking about my counseling session, Suzy drove by with her mom in their silver Jaguar XK8 convertible. Beep beep, her mom honked at me to get out of the way. I stood watching the Jag recede into the distance. Hurry up there, Fall, you'll keep everybody else waiting. Jean, the bus driver, hollered at me through her megaphone. I trudged up the steps and into the bus. Bite me, Jean, I invited. As I tromped past Jean, she reached out her black leathered gloved hand and grabbed my rolled up butcher paper. What have we got here, our little crafts project? Jean, give me that back, I hollered. Relax, there, Fall. She unrolled the butcher paper, scanned it, then looked up at me through her mirrored shades and said, "Ah, in that tweet." She stood up and held up the paper and showed it to everybody on the bus. Look, everybody, in this tweet, Timmy has a crush on Milo. Looky here, Milo is talented, Milo is handsome, Milo is kind to animals. Woo-wee! I snatched the poster from her and stomped down the aisle and flung myself into the first available seat, which happened to be beside Phoebe. Hi, Tib, she said. Don't talk to me, man, I growled. Phoebe shrugged, nodded. She had on a yellow plastic headband with these infuriating little cloth flowers glued to it onto it. She smelled like roses, which I've always halfway liked. Ooh. She got out her notebook and pencil and started scribbling away as her head tilted forward over the paper. Her blonde hair would kind of slide forward, too. It was kind of baby fine and kind of feathery on the ends like a baby duck or something, and also smelled like roses. Every once in a while, she'd stop, stick her pencil in her teeth, shove her hair out of her eyes, then scribble some more. Then she'd hum, then she'd write. Oh yeah, I growled. You're supposed to come over to band practice today after school. Except my mom isn't supposed to know about it. She didn't look at me or anything. She just kind of nodded her head. Right after school, I said. She nodded. Like, don't even go home first. Just get off the bus with me, I said. She nodded. What are you writing? I asked. She didn't say anything, just shoved the paper in my face. I couldn't really read it. The writing was so tiny. A song? I asked. She nodded. What's the matter? Aren't you talking to me too? I asked. She wrote something on her paper so small I could barely make it out. Finally, I discerned that it said, "You said not to talk to you." Very droll, I said. I didn't mean it literally. I'm just in an extremely dark mood. How cub, she murmured, scribbling away. She reached in her cardigan pocket, pulled out a used tissue, and blew her nose. Do you always have to talk like that? I asked, feeling kind of evil as I said it. Duh, she said. Just by adiptoids have bed addicted for about 4 months. I'm going to get them operated on pretty soon. Oh, I said, feeling like a total jerk. It just kind of like the way you sound when you talk is all. Oh, she said, scribbling. Now I will write her in normal talk, though she kept talking through her nose. Poetry, I said. How come you're writing that crap, I asked. This isn't crap, she said. That's why we're reading it in Miss Cedarsburg literature class. I grabbed the notebook from her. I read the following. Eating alone, I pass the salt to myself. January, twilight. What's that, a poem? I asked. Haiku, she said. It's a Japanese form adopted by the beat poets in the 1950s in America. 575. What? Syllables in each line, 575, 17 altogether. Okay, I said like this. Oh, Phoebe, oh, Phoebe, you're the strangest girl I know of. Is that a haiku? Well, kind of, but it has to have a seasoned word in it and a moment of surprise, shock, or zen realization at the end. Like the first part is kind of like a photograph, and the last part is the poet's mind doing something new to it. Okay, I said, here goes another one. It's Groundhog's Day. I wander lonely as a cloud of nerve gas. Phoebe didn't say anything. In the silence, I began to realize what a sarcastic jerk I can be. How come you like it so much? I asked, trying to sound nicer. Poetry and stuff, I mean. How come you like, I don't know, Suzy Blethyn so much? She said quietly. Ooh, jealousy. I don't know, I just do, I said. It doesn't make any sense. It's like I got possessed by some outside demonic force against my will. Same here, said Phoebe. You mean you in poetry? I asked. Yeah, there was a moment of silence. And me and you. Oh God, I figured I must have heard her wrong and didn't say anything, so I'd have time to think. Suddenly the bus squealed to a shuddering halt. There, Vol, snap to it. This is your stop. Curfew must not ring tonight, hollered Jean. I just sat there slightly numb. Come on, we gotta get off the bus, droned Phoebe. She grabbed my hand and hauled me up the aisle past Jean and off the bus. As I passed Jean, she hollered, Bye, sweetie. Give Milo a big sloppy kiss for me. Everybody on the bus giggled out loud, but I didn't care. I had bigger problems. As we came through the back door into the kitchen, I heard my mom talking on the phone. Don't worry, Jetta. You'll do just fine. Just fine. Okay. The door slammed behind us as we came into the kitchen. Mom was leaning against the counter by the sink. The sound of the door, she whirled around, looked at us, her eyes bugged out, and she started whispering into the phone. Go, Jetta. He's back. Okay, fine. Don't worry about it, Larry, and the baby, everything will be fine. No, I'm excited too. It'll be the most fun Mary Kane convention yet. Bye! Mom whirled around again. She seemed to have quite a lot of makeup on. Mom, I said, you're wearing too much makeup. I think it looks nice, said Phoebe. Thank you, dear, said Mom. It's just a new line of cosmetics from Mary Kay. It's a little young for me, I think, but it's always fun to try on something new. Mom seemed like she was talking too fast and her tone was unusually cheerful. I noticed she was trying to hide something between her back and the counter. What do you got there? I asked. Oh, this? Oh, nothing, she said. Well, gotta run. Where are you going now, I want? You haven't been home one single night this week, Mom. I haven't? Oh, sure I have. Except for Tuesday night Blitzkrieg. Well, maybe you're right. I've been so busy I can't keep track. We girls are just getting our skit ready for the Mary Kay convention. Couldn't you stay home once? I asked. Not tonight, dear. Why not? I hollered. I'm lonely. There's no one to take care of me. It's like I don't even have a mother anymore. My mother's mouth got a bit tight around the edges. Usually, Timmy, you can't wait to get away from me and out of this house. Untrue, only just when you act all weird and stuff. Which, according to you, is most of the time. That's because you do act weird most of the time, and you're acting weirder lately than ever. Your mother has a life too, you know, young man. I was put on this planet just to wait on you. Oh, really? Well, what's for dinner? I said. Macaroni and cheese, Tim, Mom said. I've had macaroni and cheese every night this week, I said. That's because we're very broke right now, and I can't get macaroni and cheese for $1 on special at Safeway. Well, couldn't you at least put some hot dogs in it? God, hot dogs? You want hot dogs? Oh, well, sure. Her expression was suddenly grim. She stomped over to the fridge. She flung open the door, reached in, snatched out a frozen package of hot dogs. She whirled around, stomped over to me, and slammed the hot dogs down onto the counter next to me. Hot dogs, she said. You want hot dogs? There, slam. Hot dogs. Outside, a car horn honked 3 times. Wee, wee, wee. Mom looked out the window. Oh, Carol, she's here to pick me up. Gotta run. She grabbed the bag she'd been hiding her wallet and her keys and went to the door. I'll be home late. Don't stay. See you, Phoebe. Take care of my son. My life is getting better and better. My life is getting better and better. And my mom ran out the door. Just then, the phone rang. I grabbed it before the answering machine could kick in. There falls mortuary. You stab 'em, we slab 'em, I said. Is Bev there? Said a man's voice. I wondered. Maybe she's got a boyfriend. Maybe that's what this mystery is all about. Just a minute, I'll see if I can catch her, I said. I dropped the phone on the counter and ran out the back door. Miss Lewis's car was just pulling out of the drive. Wait up, I yelled. Miss Lewis rolled down a window, stuck her head out, and yelled, Sorry, we're late, bye! I stood and stared. Miss Lewis's hair was all moussed, and she was wearing all black raccoon ring eyeliner. I ran back in the kitchen where Phoebe stood waiting for me. I picked up the phone again. Sorry, man, she just split. Who's this? I asked.
Larry Prince, said the voice.
Who? I asked. I definitely didn't recognize this guy.
Jetta Prison's husband, I said.
He said, Who's this?
Oh, who's this?
Tim, I said. What do you want?
Is Jetta there? He said.
Nah, I said.
She said she was going to be there tonight, he said.
Well, nobody is here tonight, I said. I'm abandoned all alone as usual. God.
What do you mean? Jetta told me specifically that they are meeting at your house. My mother and baby Annette and I are here waiting for her to make dinner for us.
Well, if she makes you dinner, save some for me. Those guys are all somewhere practicing for a makeup convention or something, I said.
Yes, I know, said Larry. They've been over at your place every night this week. Isn't it getting a little old?
Here? They haven't been here at all, I said.
No, they've been there every night. Jetta said so, he said.
No, they definitely haven't been here, I said.
Then something is very strange is going on, yes, said Larry. Jetta is a very truthful person, and she would never lie to me unless it was somehow for the greater good of her family, he said.
Huh, I said, and then I hung up. Huh, repeated Phoebe, who just gazed at me through her blue plastic secretary glasses. I heard the outside basement door crashing open, and the clump of 3 pairs of Doc Martens going down the back way to the basement. The band was here. There's only 2 days left until the big contest. DogBreath and me had a lot of hard work to do if we wanted to win $2,000. A recording contract, fame, fortune, and at least for me, Suzy Blethen's heart. Come on, Phoebe, I said. It's showtime. Okay, that was chapter 15 of DogBreath Victorious by Chad Henry. And that was a good one. So it's starting to unfold as to what these adult mothers are doing. I can already kind of tell what they're doing. It's lining up. But I ain't gonna spoil it in case you haven't gotten it yet. That, and I think that Phoebe likes Timmy. But of course, as most guys are completely unaware of things, I don't think Timmy realizes it. But he was also talking about her a lot and noticed a lot about her on the bus. So it's there, but he doesn't really think about it because he's caught up in all this stress of the band and life as a teenager. Oh, to be a teenager. Oh, man. Life is so hard doing homework and dealing with other people. Oh, man. I'd give anything to be a teenager again. Ooh. Yes. Anyways. Maybe in another world, another time, create a time machine and go back in time to the 90s. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, so there you have it. Chapter 15, DogBreath Victorious. And I hope you have a good day. It is August 13th, Tuesday. And you better you better have a good day. So I'll find you, and I'll make you laugh somehow. I don't know how, but we'll find out.